thing. You've got the bulk items, the dehydrated foods that are the mainstay.
You've got the Nutriversal soups and chilies and breads that have the vitamins in them.
Yep, absolutely, and they're prepared. So most of the prepared items are so easy. The design was based on the fact that a 10-year-old can prepare every one of those prepared meals. And so the fact is that you will not find better tasting food. And what's happening is that people are able to save it, and they can use it. A lot of people right now, with the economy the way it is, we've got hundreds, virtually thousands of people that are using this food on a regular basis to supplement their budget.
Well, yeah, you warned them years ago, buy the food before the dollar devalues more, then you have that saving later, because this is really tasty food. eFoods Direct, the letter E, foodsdirect.com. Give them the toll-free number.
800-409-5633. That's 800-409-5633.
Or efoodsdirect.com. Well, Steve, I can't think of more important work than what you're doing, and your support of this broadcast as well. You are the place to get food that people can really trust and depend on. And I don't have to tell people that in the Great Depression, major universities have estimated over the 10 years, 7 million people died from illnesses related to malnutrition and starvation. That's with about 89 to 90%, depending on the study, of people being agrarian or living on the farm or near a farm. Now we're right at 90% urban. Only half of the 10% that live on farms are self-sufficient. With the type of depression that's unfolding, prepare for, the worst. I'm hoping for the best. But it's important, ladies and gentlemen, to get storable food, efoodsdirect.com. And again, Steve, in closing, that number one more time. The offer is, one more time, tell folks the specific offer on the free shipping and the discount.
Okay, it's a 6-month supply that we've put together, and if they put 2 of them together, it's free shipping, but there's a total savings of $260 right out of the chute on that. And as far as the call, 800-409-5633, and on the net, efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Alex, I sure appreciate your help.
Well, Steve, we sure appreciate you coming on the broadcast with us. God bless you. There goes Steve Shank of efoodsdirect.com. I wouldn't procrastinate if I was you, ladies and gentlemen. If you ended up not needing this food, you can eat your investment. It's insurance you can eat. But the way this world's going, it's important to be self-sufficient. Now, I want to, for the next 30 minutes or so, talk to John Young, the editor and one of the key founders of Cryptome.org. It's been around since 1996 by independent scholars and the architect John Young and others. And the New York Observer had an article that quoted myself, the original WikiLeaker, and it's got my quote in here, and I think it says it all, that his work is very important, said Alex Jones, the radio host and founder of Infowars.com. I don't really know of anybody who was posting secret, classified, and restricted, but also open source documents to a site and creating a library. And they cut my quote off there. I went on to say, before Cryptome. You have to say that he is the granddaddy of the WikiLeaks type phenomenon, and he also knows some of the WikiLeakers and has had a critical view of Assange in the past. But now with all of this unfolding, we'll get John Young's breakdown on what he thinks is going on here. John, thanks for joining us.
Hello, Alex. Good to hear from you.
Good to have you here with us. We're going to break in a moment, but I have always stated that I believe Assange was being set up as a unwitting or perhaps witting asset of the CIA, like a Lee Harvey Oswald. We know there's the George Soros, Leslie Gelb, all of those connections there. And Wayne Madsen has agreed with you that it's suspicious. So has Webster Tarpley. Now it appears that they're going to use this as an electronic 9/11, and they're announcing to come in and start shutting down web freedom on the Internet.
Yeah, that's the kind of talk they're making. Now, I just say that I think they'd like to keep this going about another 10 years so they can keep asking for more money for it. So that I think they'll keep making these rumbling noises and hope that WikiLeaks or others like it will continue doing this thing because it's a tremendous way to raise funds for governments.
Again, they get to build their giant cybersecurity spying grids in the name of countering their own leakers.
That's right, and that's why they set up Cybercom, almost holding the hands of WikiLeaks to do so.
Amazing. Well, I mean, when we look at this, these women that set him up, one of them is absolutely, in Cuba running CIA ops. I mean, this is really... What do you think of Assange? Do you agree they're setting him up as the fall guy?
It's possible. Often people are set up with their not being completely witting about it, and it's not hard to do because there's a constant drumbeat of we need to challenge authority, we need to challenge the CIA, we need to do this and that, and so this is a fairly well-known way to get some traction for a website or an initiative and to raise some money through it. And so the allegation of having sexual affairs is usually a component of that.
Well, they claim that about Daniel Ellsberg. Stay there. Segment coming up. We'll continue to get into your overall view of the history of WikiLeaks, who's behind it, what's really happening with Julian Assange, these massive hack attacks against Sweden and MasterCard and Visa.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
How well and how fast does Heart and Body Extract work to improve blood circulation? Listen.
My name is Ellis, and I am 66 years old, and I live in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 years ago, I was diagnosed as having clogged arteries. I had 70% blockage in one artery leading to my heart. They wanted me to go on Plavix, but I refused, knowing the negative side effects.
Heart and Body Extract is a unique balance, synergy, and proportion of herbs reaching from head to toe at maximum absorption around 95% at the cellular level.
Within the first month, I felt a dramatic difference. The heaviness in my legs was reduced, and within 2 months, I felt completely normal.
Your natural organic herbal formula for heart health is Heart and Body Extract. Heart and Body Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract. Call 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
John Young of Cryptome.org is our guest. He knows a lot about at least the founding and of WikiLeaks and some of the people involved. But it's on record that Cass Sunstein, who said that they would basically sabotage the web by posing as freedom fighters and leakers, really introduced WikiLeaks to the world in 2007 in an editorial in the Washington Post that he wrote. So it's pretty much admitted this is a CIA group. as Mr. Young said on this show over a year ago and predicted much of what's now unfolded, if you're going to have a $1 trillion war in Afghanistan or Iraq, you got to go stage some terror attacks, fund the opposition. If you're going to have an excuse to take over the web and spy on everybody, you've got to finance some leaks. And you see the media, the way they supported it, the way they always hype it up. But I think, again, Assange is a useful dupe that they're flushing down the toilet, but time will tell. I mean, specifically, John, walk through what you believe is happening here, the founding of WikiLeaks, where you think this is going. John, give us your view on the statements I just made. He must have lost our audio. I can hear him typing. That happens with phones sometimes. John Young, can you hear me? All right, we'll call him back.
I'm here.
Okay, John, go through your original concerns about WikiLeaks.
Well, as you know, Alex, I was sucker punched into serving as a public face of WikiLeaks because they didn't want any of them to be named in the registration of the website. So I did it because I've done it for others. And I was led to believe that it was a public benefit operation. But within a few weeks, it announced that it intended to raise $5 million in the first 6 months. I said, wait a minute. That doesn't sound like public benefit to me. That sounds like a high-value funded program. And I mentioned two examples, CIA and Soros. I didn't accuse them of that. I said it would be like that, in which deep pockets are funding something. You can't just raise money by an unknown organization in that brief period of time. Now, we know that businesses do that, though, with the same kind of rollout. And so that was my first sense that this was a business operation, not a public benefit operation. And it's turned out to be that. So, others may make the link to CIA and Soros, by the way, both of whom use the same techniques of claiming to be public benefit, but far from being the only ones. Churches do it, educationalists do it, and so forth. So that public benefit is a well-known subterfuge for actually making pretty good money these days. Of course, following the government model.
Okay, now, so, I mean, that's an important tidbit. You registered, and that's been confirmed, the WikiLeaks URL to begin with. When was that, John?
That was in December 2007.
And have you seen the fact that it was Cass Sunstein that basically introduced them to the world?
Say that again, Alex?
It was Cass Sunstein who introduced WikiLeaks to the world in that Washington Post article he wrote in 2007.
Yep. That's right.
And this is a guy who openly says that he would pose as activists on the web as a pretext to bring censorship in. Now they're introducing the legislation to do just that. I mean, this is pretty obvious.
Well, it's certainly a complicated story and needs to be watched very carefully because I think there's a lot of smoke being blown about this and that a lot of the usual exculpation and accusation are being rolled out as part of that smoke blowing on all party sides. Some of the enthusiasts for WikiLeaks seem to be operating in concert with some of its opponents. It looks like they're in lockstep to me.
Really? Okay, stay there. We're back in 1 minute, John. 1 minute break. I want to try to give you the floor so that I'm not just asking the questions. I want to give you the floor to break down what you think's going on and to cut through this fog of war, this fog of info war, and give us a clear image of what you, a true insider, thinks. We'll be right back.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7090.